Two men started at the same job. Same week. Same salary. Same role. One of them is named Alex. 10 years later, Alex buys a car in cash. He has savings. He sleeps well. The other one earns more than Alex today. And still, he lives on the edge. One layoff would be a disaster. The difference between them wasn't the salary. It was something no one around them could see. The answer isn't earning more. This video will show you why. I'll show you what Alex understood. One small thing almost no one sees. Not discipline. Not luck. Not salary. It's a single invisible thing. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. You'll look at every raise differently. Stay until the end. Because there's a part, near the finish. That shows why earning more, for most people, only makes this exact problem worse. You're probably picturing a big decision. A genius investment. An inheritance. A lucky break. It was none of that. What separated Alex from his coworker was invisible. Because it happened slowly, over 10 years. Go back to the start for both of them. The same salary landing in the account, every month. Alex's coworker did what felt right. Every time his income rose, his life rose too. First raise came. A better car came. Another raise came. A bigger apartment came. Each step felt deserved. And it was. None of those choices were dumb. Each one on its own made complete sense. Alex got the same raises. But he did something different, and almost invisible. When his income rose, his life stayed nearly the same. The car stayed the same for years. The apartment, the same, longer than others understood. Nobody noticed. Nobody praised him. There's no photo of a choice you didn't make. And here's the point. Neither of them felt it happening. It wasn't one day. It was a direction. Repeated hundreds of times, with no one noticing. 10 years later, that direction became their whole story. Maybe you see yourself more in the coworker than in Alex. And maybe a voice has already told you why. I just can't control myself. I earn well and still nothing's left. That voice is about to be wrong. Go back to a time when you earned less. College. Your first job. The very beginning. You lived on far less than you do today. And somehow, you managed. You paid what you had to. You got by. That life wasn't perfect, but it worked. Now think about something strange. You earn more today than back then. A lot more, in most cases. So why does it feel harder now? If there was enough to live on with little. Where did all the extra money go? The answer stings, but it frees you. You didn't get worse with money. You didn't lose a skill you once had. What happened is easy to put into words. Your lifestyle grew until it ate the whole raise. Nothing was left because the space got filled. Not because you're weak. That person who lived on less is still you. They proved that you can. The ability was never the problem. The problem is something no one taught you to see. And it has a name. What ate the coworker's raise has a name. Researchers call it hedonic adaptation. The idea is easy to feel. Your brain gets used to anything good. And it gets used to it fast. Think about the last thing you really wanted. A new phone. A car. An apartment. Remember the excitement of the first days. Everything felt different. You had made it. Now think about where that excitement went. Within a few weeks, it became normal. The new phone became just your phone. The thrill evaporated. The bill stayed. There's a classic study about this. Researchers followed people who won the lottery. Right after, they were thrilled, as you'd expect. But months later, something surprising showed up. Their level of happiness had returned. Returned to almost the same point as before. Their life had changed. Their satisfaction hadn't. The brain had adjusted, and asked for the next step. That's what happens with every raise. The joy of new money lasts a few weeks. Then it becomes normal. And normal wants more. A better car. A better restaurant. A better standard. The treadmill moves, and you move with it. Running faster to stay in the same place. Now, here's what Alex understood. The word that changes the whole game. Margin. Margin is the distance between what comes in and what you need to go out to live. It's not the salary. It's the space between them. The coworker had a bigger salary and zero margin. Everything that came in went out. Alex had a smaller salary and real margin. And it was that margin month after month that became wealth. The salary fills the faucet. The margin is what stays in the bucket. And only what stays in the bucket builds anything. So far it seems the treadmill is just yours. Your brain, adjusting on its own. But here's a part almost no one connects. You're not running on that treadmill alone. There are people adjusting its speed. From outside. Think about when your salary goes up. What shows up almost at the same moment? The bank offers you a bigger limit. A better card, with more benefits. A store splits it into 12 interest-free payments. Right when you have a little more. This isn't a coincidence. It's design. There's a whole system living off your raise. And its job fits in one sentence. Turn every extra dollar you earn into another fixed expense before you think. The raise barely lands, and it's already owned. And there's an even deeper layer. It's not just credit. It's comparison. You earned more, and you look around. The coworker changed cars. The neighbor traveled. Social media shows everyone's edited life. Suddenly, your new standard feels like little. So you climb one more step. And another. Not for you. For who you think is watching. Now put the two ends together. The brain gets used to anything good. And there's a system pushing the next good thing. Right when you have the money for it. The two work together, in the same direction. Making your margin disappear every time it appears. And that's why earning more almost never solves it. Here's the part one promised at the start. For most people, more salary doesn't become more margin. It becomes more standard. More installments. More to maintain. The hole doesn't shrink when income rises. The hole grows with it, and gets harder to see. Alex's coworker didn't fail by earning little. He earned more, and the treadmill just sped up. Alex won because he stepped off the treadmill. He didn't run faster. He stopped running. So what did Alex do that the coworker didn't? It wasn't earning more. You've seen that. It wasn't having more willpower. Fighting the treadmill every day doesn't work. The treadmill was built to tire you first. What Alex did was decide ahead of time. Before the raise arrived. Before the temptation. He defined something almost no one defines. How much is enough for him to live well? Not to impress. To truly live well. Notice the power of deciding this early. When the raise comes, the decision is already made. There's nothing to weigh in the heat of the moment. The lifestyle stays where it is. And the whole difference goes to margin. Not what's left at the end of the month. Leftovers never leave anything. You already know that. The margin comes out first, before it becomes spending. This number doesn't have to be small. It's not about denying yourself everything. Alex doesn't live a sad life. He spends on what truly matters to him. He just stopped letting the standard rise on its own. With each raise, he chooses. On purpose. And then something strange begins to happen. The margin that leaves each month becomes a number. The number grows without you fighting for it. And when it grows enough, it changes you. Security takes the weight off the next purchase. You buy less because you need less. The treadmill itself starts to lose its power. It's not that Alex endured more. It's that he needed to endure less. He decided once, and the rest followed. While the coworker decided every time, and lost every time. Go back to the two coworkers from the start. Same company. Same week. Same salary. 10 years have passed. Alex's coworker earns more than him today. And still lives with that tightness in the chest. Every month tight. Every surprise, a threat. The salary rose. The treadmill rose with it. Alex earns less. But he bought the car in cash this year. He has savings for 6 months without working. He can say no to a bad job. He can wait for the right opportunity, without panic. Not because he earned more. Because he kept the margin the other let run. The two had the same starting point. The difference wasn't in the paycheck. It was in the space between what came in and what each one let go out. Next time you think, if I just earned more, Remember Alex and his coworker. Earning more was the answer that seemed obvious. And it was the wrong answer the whole time. It's not how much comes in. It's how much stays.